Welcome food fans, picky eaters, the flavor curious, and everyone in between. Nothing makes good food better than good conversation, and your table is ready. Welcome back to another episode of the Food for Thoughtcast with your hosts, Melissa Reagan and Steven Gonzalez, but you can call them Chef. All right, let's get this episode started.
Food fans, welcome back to the Food for Thoughtcast with me, your host, Melissa Reagan, and my co-host with the mostest, Chef Steven Gonzalez. What's up, Steve?
Hello, long time no see, stranger.
I know, it's been a hot minute. I can't remember the last time we recorded. The last episode dropped on the 20th of November. So
that
yeah.
means we talked on the 20th of November.
I think, essentially, probably the 18th, the 18th or 19th, I think.
Right.
Yeah. What's been going on?
Oh, life be life, and
Life be life. And how was your Thanksgiving?
it was good. It was real good. We had my wife's niece came in from out of town, and we cooked and had a good old time, and
Nice.
it was a chill day.
I love it.
Yeah, what about yours?
It was a chill day, and that's all I wanted. It was like an absolutely nothing. It was crisp and cold and sunny, no clouds in the sky. The dogs and I walked like 2 miles. The town I live in was absolutely deserted and really, really quiet on Thanksgiving because everybody was with their families. So we walked all the way down to the post office and the library and downtown, and they were like, nobody was out.
That's cool.
Looked at the leaves changing, listened to a podcast, hung out, and then had my meal, had the dishes in the dishwasher by 12:15, and watched TV for the rest of the day. So
that sounds like a good time right there.
It was absolutely, it was pretty fantastic. And I got my tree put up and decorated. So yeah, it was like really good times. So
nice.
Steve, what was the most amazing thing you ate this week?
I had some leftover turkey from our Thanksgiving, and we literally just made like a turkey salad out of it. Like the usual mayo, onions, celery, cranberries, stuff like that, seasoning. And then I just made a wrap out of it with a giant tortilla and a bunch of hot Cheetos, and then called it a day.
Nice. Love it.
What about you?
All right. So for this week, I think I would have to say the most amazing thing has been I made chicken and biscuits. So essentially like chicken and dumplings, but like with biscuits on top instead of dumplings inside. That was really amazing. I made miso soup a couple of days ago. It was spot on. It's just been cold, so I've just wanted like cozy, warm things. So yeah. And I had some Thanksgiving leftovers sandwiches. So I think we talked about this before Thanksgiving, but I made giant turkey, cranberry, and stuffing meatballs for Thanksgiving. Yes. So then I was able, they were very much like meatloaf texture afterwards. So I was able to slice them, put on a piece of bread for all the haters out there, Miracle Whip on both sides, cranberry sauce, gravy, leftover mashed potatoes, and the Thanksgiving meatballs. So that became 3 really amazing meals from the leftovers. But I froze everything the day of. So I didn't eat anything else Thanksgiving related until like a week and a half later. So it was great. And what else did I make? I made falafel recently, Steve.
Ooh.
It was fantastic.
Go on, do tell.
You can't just make a little falafel. I don't know if you know this or not.
Mm-hmm.
It grows and multiplies. So I had 1 bag of dried chickpeas. I think I ended up with 37 falafels, and I still have 24 of them in the freezer. So
did you fry them or what?
I air fried them.
You air fried them. I love it.
Air fried them. They came out so well. So I have been on this pickle kick. You're going to hate it because you hate pickles. I've been buying, I just don't eat enough fresh vegetables at home. I'm very, very attuned to the fact that I need to eat It's not that I'm not eating vegetables. I always have frozen green beans and broccoli around. I'm just not home enough to like really do justice to like keeping vegetables in the house. And I eat a salad at work maybe every other day. But I wanted to have something kind of like fresh and available at home. So I've been buying pickles. I'll eat half the jar. I like a little pickle juice in a martini, so I'll reserve some of that. But I've been cutting cucumbers, onions, and carrots really thin and putting them back in the pickle juice. Just so I can have like a little bit of a fresh pickled vegetable salad. So for the falafel, I put a red onion and a white onion back into the pickle jar and had those as like a garnish. So I had the tzatziki, which is like the cucumber yogurt sauce. I did a little everything bagel on the outside of my falafels. So it was the only non-traditional part. I had hummus as well, which is kind of like falafelception. So I had pureed chickpeas and I had air fried chickpea patties. And I had I didn't have a traditional pita. I had like a wheat tortilla wrap. And then I did tomato cucumber salad with dill, like dill weed. So yeah. And then once I was out of kind of the fresh components, I was looking at the falafel and I was like, yeah, I'm going to freeze these for weeks to come. So yes, I still have probably 3 or 4 more nights of falafel in the freezer. So.
I mean, I'm all about that, minus the pickle part. But you know, I think I do like pickled onions and stuff like that. It's just the dill is still a bit much. Although, like I said, since the start of this podcast, I have turned my opinion around on it. So I'm eating a little bit more and a little bit more. My one of my colleagues got one of those like dill pickle pretzels or whatever. Like,
yeah.
I ate them and I did not hate them.
You didn't hate it.
Yeah. All I needed was like a gallon of water to go down with that dry ass pretzel, but it was good. It was good.
So I know that you like pickled things. You just don't like bright neon green pickles, right? Like you like a pickled red onion or things that are done like champagne vinegar, red wine vinegar, white vinegar. How did your green tomato stuff turn out?
It was really good. It was more of a chutney than a pickled stuff, pickled vegetables. But with that, it was just like apple cider vinegar, a little sugar, brown sugar. What else did I throw in there? Salt. I kept it very, very simple, Yeah. And everything just came out good. And we used that for our Thanksgiving meal along with the canned cranberry because that's what my wife likes,
Nice. All right. Walk me through your Thanksgiving.
So let's see. I brined a turkey for about 2 weeks because I have that kind of time. I
must be nice.
I spatchcocked it and seasoned the hell out of both sides.
All right. Tell everybody what spatchcock means in case they don't know.
Oh, so basically I just cut out the backbone and pressed it down so you kind of like butterfly it. I guess that's the best way to
I think so. Yeah.
Butterfly.
It's laid out flat. It cooks
basically
faster.
What that does is helps it cook a lot quicker versus keeping a turkey in the oven for like half a day. You're doing it for a few hours, And so before I did that, I had a bunch of butter that I had been using for like butter poaching chicken wings and duck and stuff like that. And I used that and I put it inside the skin and then I melted some of it down and injected it. I didn't put a ton of butter in this thing. And then I just rubbed it all down with mayo and it came out pretty good. Not as good as last year. So
nice.
But I skipped the step of like cranking up the oven, throwing it in as is, and then covering it up. I just left it in there covered the entire time. And then I just like got a quick broil on it for the skin, which I knew better, but I was kind of like distracted. But we did a cornbread stuffing, which my wife's niece made, and it was delicious. I guess it was her grandma's recipe. So
nice.
We did that. And then my wife we had gotten some challah bread and she said, well, can you make a bread pudding out of that? So we already had like pie and we had all sorts of stuff, crumble cookie. They had little mini pies as well. So that was like a bunch of different types of pies. So then she said, well, we already have a lot of dessert. Can you make it into like a savory bread pudding? So I said, sure, why not? So we did a savory bread pudding out of that. I don't even remember what all I put in there at this point. Mushrooms, mirepoix, your herbs, celery, garlic.
I love a savory bread pudding. I like a marbled rye with like thyme and tarragon and like heavy cream and like, oh yeah, it's so good.
And we put a good amount of cream and eggs and whatnot to help set it up, of course.
Nice.
And that came out really good. And then we made mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. What else do we make? Gravy. Of course, you gotta make gravy. I mean, it was kind of like your traditional, but like but minus the green bean casserole.
Yeah.
We didn't even do Brussels sprout casserole this year.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
It seems like we had enough on the table.
Carb heavy.
Yeah.
I put on about 30 pounds from it all, but it's okay.
Nothing wrong with carbs. Hey, the lining of your brain needs a certain amount of carbs every day to function. So.
Right.
Yep.
So I literally cooked for about 4 or 5 hours, and it really didn't feel like it, And the crazy part was I was just tired. Like I have a small kitchen, and so like having everything in there just was a bit stressful because it's like I have no space for anything.
That's a lot of like overstimulation.
And so you're just doing one thing at a time. You have to remind yourself, like, I got to get this part done. Okay, and then this will go in the oven, then this will go in the oven. And like you're slowly making space and cleaning as you go. So it wasn't as bad, but like just getting through it all was kind of like, why am I full of anxiety right now?
I hear you. For anybody who's watching along at home, by the way, here in North Carolina, it is 28 degrees and it snowed. I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm yawning because this type of cold weather makes me want to curl up and do nothing.
I'm also very monotone. So
but anyway, the soothing, dulcet tones of one Chef Steven Gonzalez. I just always feel bad if somebody's watching and they're like, "Yeah, we watched Melissa yawn for 40 minutes. It was intriguing."
There's episodes of me doing the same thing. Don't worry.
I also never sit still for this long, so it's just like my body goes, "Oh, we're sitting. Are we sleeping?" Same. Steven, that sounds amazing. The mac and cheese, was it stove or oven?
Oven.
Yeah. Nice.
So, I mean, it was a baked mac and cheese. Yeah, no complaints out of that.
Dude, I love it. And so, how much leftovers did you end up eating before you said that's it? We can't do anymore, or do you always finish everything?
We had quite a bit of leftovers. We're about done with it now. A week later. A little over a week later. So tonight we'll probably do like turkey pot pie or something.
Do you eat everything? Yeah, I heard that. Do you eat everything as is or do you repurpose or is it like 50-50?
I try to repurpose it because eating it as is gets boring. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you do?
It's like 50-50. So I really like turkey tetrazzini. Really, really old recipe, but it's been a while since I made myself a turkey on Thanksgiving. I came to the conclusion a few years ago that I prefer ham more. So I think for Christmas, I'm going to make a ham. I like turkey other times of year. And I like it as lunch meat, but I don't know. I think I might just be a little bit burnt on the one for Thanksgiving. So, but I'm a big fan of the leftover sandwich. I like everything together in a wrap or a sandwich. I used, I took we had a leftovers exchange at work, which I thought was really amazing. So I got some really good mac and cheese and collard greens from a coworker, and I took a couple of the meatballs up to work with some mash. I did the mash half sweet, half white, but still savory potatoes, that is. So half sweet potato, half white or russet potato, and then still just like salt, pepper, butter, milk, and kind of like a smash. So I just did it like in the pot. I froze part of that into a disc about the size of the top of a 9-inch pie crust. And sometime last week, or maybe the week before, I made like a curry shepherd's pie filling, and I stretched it with lentils. So since I got back from the cruise, I've really been looking at like shopping the sales, meal planning around what's on sale, and trying to get the most out of every single ingredient, and just overall trying to decrease what I spend, period. Yeah. And so it's not that I like went broke on the cruise. The cruise was a lot of reward points, a lot of free stuff. I ate like crazy: lamb, steak, pork, things that I won't usually splurge on myself here to eat at home. And so now I've been focused on like, how can I get every single penny out of everything, and so on and so forth. I had leftover pie crust, so I made I had made a quiche for my friend Melissa, who was dog sitting while I was on the cruise. So I bought a pack of 2 pie crusts. I didn't like make pie crust, full disclosure.
Yeah.
I had one. So I made some hand pies, some beef and lentil curry hand pies, and then I froze the other part of it. So essentially it's going to be kind of a shepherd's pot pie.
Yeah.
Pie crust, that disc of frozen beef and lentil curry, and that like disc of the mashed and sweet on top, and I'll put cheese on top. So it'll be really good. It is a future meal. So
what's funny is my wife bought a bunch of sweet potatoes. I don't even remember eating any sweet potatoes.
Nice.
So yeah.
Do you know where they are?
Huh?
Do you know where they are? Are they glowing eyes? Oh, okay.
No,
like
they're not that bad yet.
They're plotting your demise in some dark corner of your pantry.
I absolutely love sweet potatoes. Like my wife always roasts them off, and she adds a ton of salt, a ton of pepper, and olive oil. So like it's a good balance of like savory and sweet. And then she'll also throw in like garlic powder, which sounds crazy, but oh my gosh, they're so good.
It sounds great. I saw a new recipe for not new, but new to me, for sweet potato gratin recently that I want to try. And it's basically like you cut every sweet potato kind of like Hasselback, but you slice all the way through, but you keep the sweet potatoes whole. And then you arrange these like whole sliced sweet potatoes like around a round baking dish. And this guy topped them with whiskey, brown sugar, and then he made like a savory creme anglaise with like heavy cream, half and half, and egg yolks, and cooked the entire thing covered. And I was like, I want to do that. So they came out like custardy. It really looked really amazing. I was like, I don't have the bandwidth to do that this time, but I'm going to do that someday. It sounds really, really good.
So speaking of sweet potatoes, my wife, or one of the things I've been wanting to do is do like a smashed sweet potato. Like, when you par cook them, you smash them, and then finish them in the oven. They're all crunchy and whatnot. I've been wanting to do that with some berries and like some sort of like yogurt or cottage cheese, like as a air quote healthier snack. So my wife said, why don't you make a cheesecake out of that? So I made like a crust with sweet potato and that My Delicious flour that we got.
Yum.
That
sounds amazing.
It was a bit chewy, but I liked it. Like, like it wasn't like your typical pie crust, but I liked the way it came out. And then the filling was cottage cheese, cream cheese, a bunch of berries, sugar substitute, things like that. Because I was just trying to see what would happen, Sure. And I'm not gonna lie, it came out pretty good. So that'll eventually pop up.
So you made like dough with the cooked sweet potatoes and the gluten-free flour mix? Okay, cool.
Yeah. It was all gluten-free too. Not vegan friendly, but gluten.
Nice. Sure. I saw a guy recently make a chicken pot pie with baked potatoes as the crust. He like put like 5 baked Yukons down into a cake pan and then like used a water glass to smash it down and like up the sides of the pan. And then he put the filling in the middle and like pie crust on top. And I was like, I want that. I want to eat that. It looked really good.
I also need to put up a shepherd's pie video too.
Yes.
I want to say about a month ago, I had made one with like one of those giant beef shanks, and damn, it was good. It was just flat out delicious. So we ate that for like about a week.
Yeah, you sent me the photo, so you just need to put the content up.
Yeah, I think I will do. I'm actually gonna do that this week. Like,
nice.
I'm trying to just have a bunch of content and stuff like that. But
nice. I've been focused on meal prepping. So lately, I've been pre-cooking. I think we talked about this. I've been pre-cooking my oatmeal ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I've been making like a super high protein oatmeal, and I top it with things like hemp hearts, which is another 10 grams of protein, and quarter cup of walnuts, which is another 5 grams of protein. And it's not like, hey, not every dessert or breakfast or lunch or dinner has to be like protein maxed out. It's just something that's important to me right now. This week's batch had dried cranberries, frozen blueberries, and walnuts on top, and it had pumpkin pie spice in the oatmeal and sugar-free maple syrup on top. So it was like a little treat. And it's been really cold, so it was like really good, you know. Yeah. I can just take it with me to work, microwave it, and then eat it. And it's like cold, blustery day. It's been really great. And I've been making freezer breakfast burritos.
That sounds good. All of it just sounds really good, you know?
Yeah. But I didn't want to. So I've been getting like 8 burritos out of a batch. I did not want to buy breakfast sausage. I had already done my shopping. I didn't plan ahead appropriately. Didn't want to go back to the store. So I started looking around the house. I made breakfast sausage flavored pinto bean smash. Okay. So same amount of protein, more fiber, no fat. And then I seasoned it with traditional breakfast sausage seasonings, sage, ground fennel seed, you know, oregano,
interesting,
paprika, right? And it works really well in a burrito. Salsa, peppers and onions, scrambled egg, smashed up pintos. Really great. Not disappointed at all. So not disappointed at all. So really tasty. I don't have anything against meat. I was like, yeah, I'm not making another trip. That's on me. Gonna have to figure it out. So
sometimes it do be like that.
Hey, your time is worth money, and you have to plan appropriately, accordingly, right? So yeah. All right.
Tendency of just getting stuff from work, or you know, if I'm too lazy, I'm like, yeah, I know that feeling all too well.
Yeah, you have it at your fingertips, right? Which I think is a little bit different. Sometimes if I don't leave my job until 5, it's a guaranteed hour to get home. I'm not stopping anywhere for anything, because the sun sets at 5 and it's like I already have to walk the dogs in the dark when I get home. And it's like, you know what? I'll just change plans. I put this fancy degree to work and figure something else out, you know, use what I've got on hand. Recently, Steve, I made some chocolate pudding that turned out really well. That I don't know if you would have any interest in at all, but I took a sugar-free Jell-O chocolate pudding mix and I blended it with an entire brick of firm tofu and added water until the consistency was right. And so essentially 3 servings of chocolate, this ultra thick mousse-like chocolate pudding came out to, and I added like an 8-ounce, was it 8 ounces, like an individual plain yogurt to it. So 3 servings of this like mousse, like ultra rich chocolate pudding, but sugar free, came out to 21 grams of protein each.
You know what? We'll go with that. Smashed crispy sweet potato and berries.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I actually like. I like sweet potatoes and butternut squash with chocolate a lot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
When I was a kid,
I've never done that before, but then hello, I have that recipe in my cookbook.
We have the sweet potato brownies, right?
Yep.
I just sent you a picture of the puddings. They're delicious. I watched Emeril Lagasse when I was a kid roast an entire butternut squash and cut it open and then shove a Snickers into each side. So I already know. Like, it was really good. Really good.
Fun with that this Halloween, where I was just baking off candy and all sorts of random pastries and whatnot, and it was a nice mess. I started off labeling everything, and then after realizing that Sharpies don't work on parchment paper very well, it was just like, I'll try to remember this if I can, and nope. Okay, this looks magnificent.
Dude, they were so good. Oh, and I didn't take a picture of my own toes. You'll be happy to note. I figured out
your toes.
Yeah, I figured out how to keep my feet out of the.
What kind of podcast is this? Come on.
I figured out how to keep my feet out of the food pictures that I sent Steven. If he never let me live it down that one time.
It's sometimes awesome to do that. Every now and then you'll get a picture of like Ron Swanson, like on the floor looking up, or at the camera, and it's just unintentional, I swear.
Nice.
For those of you who are listening saying you let your dog in the kitchen while you're cooking, well, yes, he's on the floor. He's not on the counters. It's fine.
Yeah. It's not like the people whose cats walk on the stoves. You know who you are. But womp,
exactly.
womp. All right, there goes the rest of our 2 listeners. See what we did? So Steve, I tried the Grinch meal that McDonald's has come out with. Do you know about this?
No, tell me about it.
It's not on your radar because it's pickle related. So I assume that your press team has like kept you from it's kept you from seeing it on purpose. So the Grinch meal is kind of like, and they come out with these special meals once in a while. They're attached to a musician or a celebrity or whatever sometimes, but this is the Grinch meal, and it came out on December 2nd, and it's like an adult Happy Meal, and you have a choice of a 10-piece nugget and a large fry, or a Big Mac and a large fry, and it came with a pair of socks as the prize. The socks are pretty awesome. I'll send you a picture of the socks. But the appeal of this meal was you get a separate bag to toss the fries into, and then you get a packet of Grinch salt, which is green dill pickle powder.
Huh.
Kind of like Lucas. Like, you ever eat like Lucas from the gas station when you were a kid? Like the lemon lime salt? Yeah, it's kind of like that, except that it tasted like straight dill pickles.
Huh.
It was great.
We got to build up that flavor.
Yeah, it's a no from Steven. I really enjoyed it, and I have to say, I think it'd probably been like 20 years since I had a Big Mac, and it was awesome. So I wasn't mad at it. Am I ready for Christmas? I am ready for Christmas. So I was ready to spend Christmas alone, and then I found out that my mom and my brother are coming, so it's actually going to be really cool. Yeah, so I have Christmas Day off, and that's about it. But they're going to hang out, and I really think I'm going to make a ham. I was going to see if we could go out to eat somewhere, but I really want to make a pulled ham, kind of like you do pulled pork, but like cherry preserves and a Coke and like barbecue seasoning, and then low and slow until you can pick it apart. That's what I want, with like some sweet potatoes and maybe a salad. So
that's cool.
What are you going to do for Christmas?
Celebrate the fact that it's going to be over
later. Hey, for anybody who's joining us for the first time, thanks so much for listening. Steve works retail. That's why he wants Christmas to be over.
I want it to be New Year's already. Like, I'm ready for New Year, new me. I'm sick of all the delicious, unnutritious foods.
New Year, new Steve.
I'm tired of huffing and puffing when I walk. No, for Christmas, we're just gonna chill. Like, it's gonna be. I have to work Christmas Eve, and
same. I close on Christmas Eve, so I'll probably get home at about 1:30 in the morning on Christmas.
Oh no, I won't be that bad. I'll probably get out about 1:30. We'll go cruise around the city, look at people's houses and lights.
Fun.
If they're not there, maybe we'll go get some extra presents and break in and whatnot.
Hey,
it happens. We don't really cruise around for that reason, but we cruise around to see the light displays.
Nice.
It's a nice cover up now, right?
You're casing the joint.
It's been kind of like a tradition, like the last few years that I've been working. So we do that, we cruise, and then we come home, we finish, and then we watch like a Christmas Story because it's on for like 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I pass out. And
shout out to Michael Knipp. That's his favorite movie. Michael Knipp from the Deucecast movie show. That's his favorite movie.
It's a good movie.
It's not. He's going to hate me saying that, but. Huh?
Have you seen the sequel?
It was all right.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you wait like 40 years to make a sequel.
It's true. Of most things.
Well, what else did they do? Beetlejuice. That was horrible. There's a lot of movies that they're trying to make sequels to. It's like,
15 more Ghostbusters. Or something. Yeah, absolutely.
The food for movie cast. That's what we are now.
Steve, did you make homemade cranberry sauce?
Yes and no. It was like my tomato using up all my leftovers from the garden.
Oh yeah. But I mean, for the actual cranberry sauce,
No.
Is it jellied or whole berry?
Jellied. Yeah.
No.
Hey, my wife likes it.
Hey, yeah. You know, I really do too, but I guess somewhere a few years ago, I think my stepdad liked the one with whole berries in it, and I started trying to like it, and now I've like completely flipped myself, and now that's the one I like.
I saved our Thanksgiving because my wife got an order, groceries and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts everything out, to be all neat and organized. And so I saw the can of cranberries and I said, hey, you're going to have to go back to the store. And she goes, what do you mean? I go, your cranberries are not jellied. She goes,
oh, no.
And so she goes, they put the wrong one in there. And I said, well, hold on. Let's make sure that you didn't accidentally do that. Sometimes it do be like that, And
you're walking a thin rope there, buddy.
Well, no, she ended up ordering the wrong ones, which is fine, So like we got that fixed, but she was so happy that I pointed it out beforehand, so Thanksgiving was kind of saved. Not by any means, but so she switched it out. I kind of played a little bit of a hero in that one, but not really. So, yeah, I don't know. Thanksgiving was great. It was a lot of fun. Christmas will be fun. I'm just sick. I just don't want to deal with all those people dressed up as the Grinch, trying to be funny and cute, trying to walk out with a basket full of groceries, thinking that they're funny. I just want to slash their tires. Let me tell you how I really do.
Yeah, don't hold anything back. So, do you know what you're going to cook yet, or you haven't figured out?
Hopefully, I'm cooking mimosas. Popping bottles, some Moscatos and orange juice. Maybe not Moscato, but still.
I was like, at least champagne.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't have any plans. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to chill. We're going to have like breakfast. And then I would like to go to a air quote car show, like a show and shine with coffee and whatnot. Apparently there's a guy out here in town. His birthday's on Christmas Day. And what he likes to do is he likes to go to Cracker Barrel and just kind of show off old cars. And so I'll probably go check that out, and I'll take my car and just hang out for a couple hours and then continue to do nothing. But I also have to do temperature checks at work. So, I'll be doing that.
Nice.
So I have to be responsible.
You got to be a little bit responsible. That's okay. Well, I'm sure that you'll make un poquito. I'm sure that you will make the most of the day. Like I said, I think we're going to do a ham. I haven't really figured out breakfast. Honestly, I mean, it's not like a bad thing. I just was planning on being alone and didn't plan anything in the food department. I was probably going to order Chinese food. So, we're
not going to sing Jingle Bells like they did in the Christmas Story.
In the Jingle Bells.
How is that movie still being able to be showed when you have like all that kind of stuff going on, Remember that at the very end when they're singing Jingle Bells in the Chinese restaurant?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's contextual. Like, I think there's a lot of difference between like intent and motive, and things that are overtly racist and things that aren't. So, but
2025 going into 2026.
But we digress hard. What have you been cooking lately, Steve?
All sorts of randomness. Again, sweet potato cheesecake with berries, or berry cheesecake.
Yes.
Shepherd's pie. We did butter poached wings, butter poached duck. I know there's more to it, but barbacoa. Just throw it all in a crock pot with lamb shanks.
Nice.
And holy crap. It's weird. So all that meat, like just shreds down. And it overly shreds because you just let it go overnight. So rather than being like 6 hours, it's like a 8 to 10 hour cook. And when it shreds, it just looks like mush. But oh my gosh, is it so good? Basically, I just came across lamb shanks. I was like, I have to buy this. And then I thought, well, what if we throw that in with the beef tongue? And then I was like, well, let's throw in some beef cheeks too. And there you go. I made a huge mess because I overstuffed my crock pot. And it turned out magnificent.
Did it overflow? What do you mean a big mess?
Oh,
really?
Yeah, no, it overflowed. I put a little too much broth in there. And
wow.
Vegetables. I mean, but, it was fine. It all turned out just fine. It was delicious and nutritious, and maybe not nutritious, but it soothed my soul.
One of those things, one of the things that everybody has to remember about a crock pot is the condensation. right? If you have the lid on, you won't need as much liquid.
True.
In theory.
What I should have done was I should have put like a big old sheet pan underneath it to catch all that juice, but
I would be afraid of like burning the house down at that point. Like I got liquid on the controls.
Stovetop overnight, but my wife
Right.
doesn't. She's the opposite.
Wait, say that part again.
Like I will let it go overnight on the stovetop, like on a little pot, just low and slow.
Yeah.
But my wife's always afraid of burning the house down, and I feel the same way about leaving a crock pot plugged in overnight. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
A little bit.
All right, so I ate some really cool things I wanted to tell you about.
Tell me.
So we had this local Mexican restaurant that I've tried here that had really good pastor tacos. I think we talked about maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago. I've since gone back a couple of times, working my way through their menu. I had some excellent empanadas. They were really, really good, and I could tell that they were made from scratch because they were like uneven and slightly imperfect, which was really awesome. And then I had tuna tiradito, which is, I don't really know what that word means, except that I assume it's their take on ceviche, basically, or like carpaccio. That's not the right word either. Tell me, sliced sashimi. Yeah, it's like that, but like in a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, sashimi. So it was kind of like, it was like ahi tuna slices, thin fanned out, but it was seasoned with like tahini and lime, and it had like cucumber slices. It was really fantastic. And then like some really thin sliced serrano peppers. It was gorgeous. It was really good. I was really impressed by the quality of the tuna too, for something to be so close to me. And like, you know, North Carolina is not landlocked by any means. We have really amazing seafood, but not that kind of stuff. I'm not getting ahi tuna out of the Outer Banks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know why, but speaking of which, I've been watching a ton of like tuna videos where they're breaking down like the fish and
Nice.
taking out like all the meat from the head and the cheeks and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, oh, I just want to be there and I just want to eat tuna. You know?
I want to eat so much tuna.
I know, right? And then speaking of which, I helped a buddy cater for a Christmas party, and he collaborates with one of the local sushi restaurants here, and they get nothing but the best stuff. And they saved us some tuna belly. It was out of this world. Like I just ate it as is, you know, like it was just the fattiest piece of tuna I've ever had in my life. And oh my gosh, was it amazing?
I was going to say, like, what did you end up using it? Or like, how did you?
I just ate it straight up because
like
I wanted
salt, nothing.
Not even salt. I was like,
Wow.
I just want to try it. And then I had like another piece, like with the little soy sauce, and it was out of this world. But by itself, I was like, holy crap, I could just eat this.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I've been squirreling today. Sorry.
No, it's fine. We're just catching up and recapping Thanksgiving.
Talking about Christmas. And
Yeah.
movies and tuna.
Nice.
And
So what are you going to cook this week?
that's a good question. Today we're doing turkey pot pie.
Okay. Just traditional?
Well, yes and no. I have a lot of turkey jus that needs to be used up before it goes bad. And then on top of that, there's solidified butter that will probably be used up as well. Vegetables, turkey, got some cream, I think. Are you a puff pastry or are you phyllo dough for your pot pies?
Pie crust.
Pie
Is that what
crust?
you meant? Maybe.
No, I said what I said.
Okay.
You
I'm
really
only phyllo dough for baklava and spanakopita.
It's a basic. It's a total traditional one, and I for some reason can never remember that. So I'm always like, phyllo dough, pie, puff pastry. Which one do I want to play with today? You know.
I like I make these little mincemeat pies. This recipe that I got from Jamie Oliver like several years ago, where the dog nose, where the bottom of the pie is like a mini muffin tin size, and you use pie crust, and then you put the filling in there. You can buy the jar, you can make it from scratch. I have yet to have the willpower and patience to make the mincemeat from scratch, but one of these days I really will because I like it a lot. And then on the top, he actually like shreds phyllo up and then like dips it in clarified butter and puts it on top. So it makes like this little bird's nest, and then like dust it with powdered sugar. They're really cool because you get all these like little crunchy, sweet, chewy layers, which is really fun. But yeah, nope. All besides that, it's baklava and it's spanakopita or nothing else. Like I don't use phyllo for anything else.
I don't know why I got on it like back in my 20s, and then it's always like, which one do I want more? You know? And so like I'll do one or the other all the time, and I always forget about pie crust. Like I just always forget because of it. And it's become like such a norm for me. But I also don't make pot pies very often. So
when I make pie dough, I make a no roll version that is made with canola oil. And everybody out there is just, you know, having a fit right now because it's 3 non-traditional things in a row. But it's just a recipe I got from either King Arthur flour or Good Housekeeping. I can't remember. And I like it because you can just press it into the pie plate. It doesn't have to be pretty, and it's fail safe. It works every time. And I don't have to have shortening. I don't have to have butter. It's just easy and cheaper and faster. But I've been really looking at recently like pastry dough that has sour cream or yogurt in it. It's like it's more tender. It's less flaky, but sometimes I'm not looking for that in like a savory application, but it's more tender. And that's what they'll use in like Eastern European cooking a lot, is like a sour cream and rich dough. How you think of something like pierogies, you know? Yep. And so, yeah, I've been kind of getting into that. Oh, speaking of pierogies, I bought a box. Cannot figure out what I want to do with them, but I'm thinking I'm going to air fry them and dip them in ranch, which sounds really pedestrian, but it's going to be delicious.
I mean, that doesn't sound pedestrian at all. That sounds really good.
It's not going to be terrible. I saw somebody on the interwebs do a Philly cheesesteak pierogi nachos recently. Might be tempted to do that.
Go down to Costco, pick up some duck fat, and then spray them down in duck fat, and then air fry them.
Oh yeah, I have duck fat and I have beef tallow in the house, so I could do for both. But yeah, I was really in the mood for pierogies, and so I just added them to a grocery order recently. I'm going to do some cabbage and sausage and pierogies. That'd probably be a really good meal. I'm going to do some smothered green beans with sausage. I know. It's okay. You don't even like the flat Italian ones, right? Even though the texture is different?
None of them.
None of them.
All horrible.
Tonight I'm making chicken spaghetti. Have you ever had like traditional chicken spaghetti?
I have, and it's lovely.
I like it. So for anybody out there that doesn't know, and Steve, maybe what I'm making is different from what you had, because it's one of those things like King Ranch. If you've had one, you've had one, because everybody's family makes it different. But I can't say my family did not have a chicken. My grandma didn't make chicken spaghetti. My mom can correct me when this comes out and be like, you don't remember, we had it every third Wednesday. I'm pretty sure she didn't. But I'm shredding rotisserie chicken. I'm using a high protein noodle, a Brahmi spaghetti noodles. They're super high protein, low carb. Cream of chicken soup, Velveeta, Rotel, jalapenos, black olives. Boom. And then I'm going to bake it. I'm going to bake it all in a casserole dish with cheese on top. Yeah.
Is it going to be pickled jalapenos?
Yeah, like the nacho kind.
I could do that, but like very little, you know. But I would imagine. I know it would add a nice. I'm gonna chop them up and I'm like cook it in the Rotel. I'm gonna like drain the Rotel really, really well, so it's not all like gloopy. So it's just gonna be like a spicy, cheesy chicken spaghetti. Yeah. So I'm going to make that, and I'm going to make yellow squash casserole with Ritz bits on top. Man,
super.
On me now. Huh?
Yeah, it's like cold. I wouldn't say, like, they always say it's going to snow and it never does. And then it did. And I was like, time to make casserole, 2 kinds. You know? So. Yeah.
Sounds like both our moms are going to get after us. My mom's going to be like, hey, you don't use pie crust for pot pies, and the word pie is literally in the name.
So next week I have a friend coming over for dinner. She's never been to my house. She's a neighbor that lives a couple streets over. I'm going to do a pork tenderloin. I'm going to do like a roasted pork tenderloin and then cut it into medallions with like an apple and walnut, probably like whiskey, butter, chutney / sauce situation. I'm going to do some roasted zucchini and yellow squash and carrot and celery and garlic, salt and pepper, just a really nice roasted veggie side. She's bringing a salad, and I'm going to do like a smashed baby red potatoes with dill and heavy cream and butter. So
I like it.
It's going to be delicious. Won't be anything wrong with that. So
no, nothing at all.
What's coming up for the weekend, Steve? When's your next days off? Cooking anything nice?
Tomorrow, and then I'm on a long stretch.
I just finished a long stretch. Mine was 7. So
yeah,
today is the day off. So you're making turkey pot pie today.
Turkey pot pie today. Tomorrow
Nice.
I'm supposed to be doing like a Christmas party for work, but I have a meeting that I got to go to, and then another Zoom call. So I'm like, I'm not going to show up to the Christmas party. But it's
sometimes you gotta adult decisions, right?
I'll be washing my hair that day tomorrow. I don't know, man. I mean, I'll figure something out. I haven't gotten that far. I've got a good amount of content saved up that I need to put up, so we'll figure it out as we go. Typically, it's like one of those random ideas, like, "Hey, how about this? I haven't done this before. What about this?" So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wing it.
Wing it. Ooh, I'm making wings.
You should try butter poaching them, like I did.
I'm gonna air fry them.
Oh.
But thanks.
Well,
I don't mainly because I don't have any butter in the house, and I'm not going to the store in the snow.
You know what's funny is I did that video. I seasoned the hell out of the butter, and then I seasoned the wings too because I was like, I gotta watch it.
Or the salty.
People were like, that dude seasoned the butter way more than he seasoned the wings. It's like, well, yeah, because like it's all those flavors are gonna marry.
It's all
together.
the same place though, but yeah.
But I also use like a really light seasoning, and so like it's like iodized salt. You really can't tell how much you're using until it's too much, because it's so fine.
My dear friend Derek considers himself a connoisseur of the homemade wing, so he shared his recipe with me. He doesn't like extremely saucy, so he does combination of Buffalo and Nashville hot. So he'll like coat the bowl with the Nashville hot, put the wings in, and kind of do like a crosshatch drizzle of the Buffalo and kind of toss everything around. So it's not quite a dry rub, not quite a sauce, but he also air fries. And so I'm looking forward to it. Aldi had a huge bag of wings on sale. So I have like 6 dinners for $8. I pre-portioned all the frozen wings out into little Ziploc bags. So I'm super excited. So
nice.
Yeah. I made out like a bandit with some sales recently. So I have a freezer and house full of food. Probably won't have to shop for quite a while.
Sweet.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, it's been a pleasure. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy that turkey pot pie, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap for today. Until the next episode of the Food for Thoughtcast, make good food, eat good food, share it, and be kind to one another.
Thanks so much for listening today. You are part of what makes us special, and we are so glad you joined us. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and leave a review. Just like food, delicious podcasts are better when you share them with others. Come back for seconds wherever podcasts are served, and we'll catch you in the next episode of the Food for Thoughtcast.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at the Food for Thoughtcast or at www.foodforthoughtcast.com, where you can link to all podcast players, or you can send us an email at foodforthoughtcmc@gmail.com.